Hello, my name is Shay, aka Shay Levy, and welcome to my channel. This is an analysis of my Day 1, Week 1 Max Risk 23 clear of the 3rd contingency contract season in Arknights. For this clear and my particular strategy, I used the following contracts that are displayed in this video. It's important to note that this strategy can also be replicated in lower risk clears, such as Risk 18, as long as you take the level 3 contract to empower Sarkaz Blade Weavers. For my strategy and composition, I decided to use a burst composition with massive amounts of amplified arts damage. The core operators I chose for my strategy are Surtr, Eyja, Suzuran, Saria, Bagpipe, and Nightingale, each using their skill 3 at mastery level 3. For the final 3 slots, I also use Myrtle, Mudrock, and Thorns, although you can change them out with Elysium, Blaze, Specter, and Silver Ash respectively. And finally, for the last slot, I just used a generic fodder operator. You can use any fodder operator. I chose to use Texas, because she's waifu. Right off the bat, we'll deploy Myrtle facing down at the bottom left and use her skill the moment that you can. Using this DP, we'll then deploy Bagpipe at this position facing left in front of this vent. Next, we'll wait for enough DP to deploy Thorns at this position. When the second swordsman approaches Bagpipe, activate her skill 3 and immediately activate Myrtle afterwards. We'll deploy Mudrock next, the moment that we have DP right above Bagpipe, and then carefully watch Thorns and activate his skill the moment that we can. Right after we activate Thorns, we're going to go ahead and deploy Nightingale at this position facing down to cover Thorns, and then retreat Bagpipe the moment that her skill ends. We'll watch for 22 DP and then we'll deploy Saria at this position to block the 2 Blade Weavers coming down. Once Saria begins blocking the 2 Blade Weavers, we'll activate Nightingale's skill 3 so that she can cover Saria, giving her a big resistance boost, and then deploy Suzuran facing up. Make sure to continue using Myrtle's skill right as it comes up. Get ready to deploy Eyja next. You'll deploy her right above Suzuran facing to the right. At this next part, be ready to slow down your game, take some time with it. You're going to be activating a ton of skills all at once and deploying some things as quick as you can. So the moment that we have DP for Surtr, we're going to go ahead and deploy her at the top right position facing downwards, and then watch Thorns, Saria, and Suzuran. We'll go ahead and activate all 3 of their skills all at once. We'll quickly activate Surtr, Eyja, Thorns, because we forgot Thorns, deploy one of Nightingale's bird cages to tank some hits, and check that damage. Look at that damage. And we'll go ahead and deploy Texas to tank some of those last Grudge Bearer attacks. With my operator levels, potentials, and skill masteries, I'm able to perfectly full clear the entire first wave of Sarkaz monsters with just arts damage. If not though, Thorns and Eyja would have been able to clean up any stragglers just fine. Once we've annihilated that first wave, we're going to go ahead and retreat everyone on the right side except for Thorns, and we'll go ahead and redeploy Bagpipe right below Mudrock facing to the left. Right before this Lancer hits, we'll activate Bagpipe skill 3. Once we've activated Bagpipe, we're simply just going to wait until our operators are ready to be redeployed. Once our operators are ready to be redeployed, we'll go ahead and redeploy Nightingale at the same position facing down, Suzuran at the new position facing up, and an Aya at a new position facing to the right. We'll go ahead and retreat Myrtle. Hopefully our blocker on the left is okay. Looks a little sus, but Mudrock's gonna make it just fine. And then we'll go ahead and redeploy Saria right on the right at the same position as the first wave. At this point, we're finally in the home stretch. We're just gonna wait for that last big boy demolitionist to spawn, and then the moment that he spawns, Surtr facing down on the top right, activate the left grudge bearer with Texas, birdcage to tank some hits, activate Nightingale, Saria, Suzuran, and then finally Surtr. And watch Surtr wreak havoc. Deploy another birdcage the moment that you can, and you'll be able to easily clear out that final pack of mobs. If not, you'll still have Aya's skill to fall back on, just as that extra layer of protection. Now, I actually messed up in my clear, and I used Texas skill and ended up delaying that last grudge bearer by a decent margin, and so Surtr's unable to kill it, but he won't be able to get past the wall that is Saria. If you enjoyed this analysis and you enjoyed this strategy guide, please be sure to like and comment below just to let me know. This is my first time doing a video for Arknights, and this is just a gacha game that I absolutely love to death. Thank you so much for watching this analysis. I'll be making a strategy analysis for when I complete a max risk 27 for week 1. Thank you very much. Peace.